Welcome to Gun Club Radio. My name is Aaron, and today we're going to be talking about just a few things that I wish I knew before and as I was starting my firearms journey. Shoot, I started, how long has it been? It's, it's not been 10 years yet. I guess maybe I'm like at 5 or 7 years. No, it's got to be closer to 7 or 8 at this point. Maybe I'll get back to you later on that. But mm, whatever. So I started a couple years ago and I watched all the cool YouTubers. I did a ton of research before I started actually carrying and even before I bought my first gun. I wish I did a little bit more research before I'd gone to the range for the first time. Just because when you're at the range, there you don't know what you don't know. And I remember the first time I went, leading up to that, we had been in kind of a strange self defense, not quite self defense situation. It was kind of a tense situation where there was guys at my apartment and they were looking for somebody, and I wasn't quite sure how things would go. And then things kind of shifted to now there's threats of violence happening, and now I find myself at the range trying to figure out, what gun should I get? This is my first time shooting a gun, or a handgun rather, and it's kind of a big deal. We ended up shooting, I think it was Glock 21s or whatever, whichever one is chambered in 45 caliber, and teacupping a Glock while shooting 45. It's just a bad idea. Don't do it. Fast forward to as I was going into gun stores, I wish I knew that it's a good idea to get something in a common caliber and something with good third party support. Eventually did land on the Glock 19, and I was also considering an M&P, which didn't have as much support at the time. And if I just so happened to go with that brand, it would have been a little bit harder to receive the support that I would have wanted for a handgun, whether it be getting extra parts or changing things out, or even having people around me that knew how to handle that gun. Even though it's a common platform in the sense that it's structure fire, it's nothing crazy, but at the end of the day, there's been people who have said like, I don't know if I want to work on that because it's not a Glock. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that I wish I knew for sure, anyways, or for certain, is to pick something that's in a common caliber, like 9 millimeter, even 45, or like 357 Magnum, right? Something that's inexpensive to buy and is also widely available, such as I know a lot of people when 2020 rolled around and there was a lot of riots and wars brewing and shortages and ammo shortages. There was a lot of questions of, oh, should I get something in 300 blackout because it's the new hotness? My answer is no. Don't do that. Don't get don't get an ammo, a weapon chambered in a caliber or an ammunition type that's hard to get. You couldn't find 300 blackout to save your life. So don't do that. Another thing I wish I knew was to invest in a quality belt early. Now we're actually getting to the meat and potatoes of the conversation, right? Invest in a quality belt early. I eventually was able to get a next belt. My first belt was a belt that I had. It was there was a Walmart type belt, like real thin, kind of loosey goosey leather type stuff. That was not good at all. There was a cloth belt, the type with the rings. I'm embarrassed to say it because it's like, man, did I have any? Did I have no shame? Um, where you kind of loop it around and pull for to make it taut. Yeah, that was not a good situation. And then there was, shoot, what else did we have? There was a few different belts that did not work, and I could tell you they didn't work because my first real holster. I say real holster, even though they weren't ultra high quality back in the day, and I don't think they are today. Tell me I'm wrong. The We the People holster brand. I had a We the People holster, and the clip didn't really securely clip on there. So when I would go to draw, every once in a while, if things weren't perfect, the whole holster would come out with the gun. Did I mention that I settled on the Glock 19? I think I did. So, um, and oh my gosh, so get a good belt, right? And then going from getting a good belt to where does the gun live? We talked about the We the People holster, but I didn't tell you about the very first holster I purchased, which was an Uncle Mike's suede holster. It's in there somewhere. I try not to throw stuff away. I'm a little bit of a hoarder. Don't tell my wife. And the issue that I ran into with that is it was not specifically designed for that gun. Any gun of that general size profile could fit in it, and if you turned it upside down, the gun would fall right out, a la no retention, or there was no retention in that. So that means that my holster was bad, my belt was bad, and the only thing that worked was the gun. Those are like the three pillars of like things that I needed to know, which was how to select the right gun, how to select the right holster, and how to select the right belt. Now, kind of going back into the holster bit, how do you select a good holster? And we'll actually talk a little bit more about holsters in this upcoming show. This one after this one on Thursday. Special guest that is specifically a holster guest is coming on, but you want to get something with the appropriate level of retention. If you're going inside the waistband, you'll want something that has a good firm click. It has a, maybe adjustable retention. And if you turn your gun upside down and just give it a little shake, it's not going to just come right out. It's going to retain. If you are the brave soul who wants to carry outside the waistband, or if perhaps you're doing farm work or whatever it is, and you're going to interact with people at all, I would recommend getting at least 1 to 2 levels higher of retention. For me, I also do security work, whether it's armed security or like concealed bodyguard, executive protection kind of stuff. Whatever I'm doing, I keep a level of retention that's required for that. If the gun's visible, it would take a lot for you to actually get that gun. You're not going to be able to steal the gun. There's so many videos of people stealing guns from guys who have their guns exposed outside the waistband, open carry, that kind of stuff. Now, if you're going inside the waistband, appendix, or even 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, the idea of having an active retention, like you have to hit a button or a lever or remove a hood or a strap, that's just doing too much. And at that point, I think you're not doing yourselves any favors. So that said, these are some of the things that I wish I knew. And if you guys are interested in going deeper into some of these subjects, I would love to. That said, thank you so much for watching, listening, wherever you are. We are going to transition into live show Q&A type stuff. And if you're listening on the podcast side, make sure that you're subscribed over on Gun Club Radio on YouTube, because this is where we do the live show and I get a chance to interact with you guys. All right, guys. Peace. Okay, so if you're still with me right now, it means you're part of the live show. Thanks, guys. I see there's a few of you watching. I see Joe VacQ is in the queue. What up, dude? Let me throw you on the screen real quick. Am I out of? Oh my gosh, I'm so out of focus. Yeah, and now I'm back in focus. What's up with you guy? Who all's here? What are you guys up to? Have you all heard the news about that guy Luigi, the guy who did the thing up in New York, who they've been looking for? What do you guys think about that? Would love to hear y'all's thoughts. I'll share my thoughts. I think it's interesting. I'm a little thrown off because there's people that I know who are kind of like, I understand he's become somewhat of a folk hero. Like nobody likes big insurance, no one likes big corporate anything. We all feel like we've been screwed over, whether it be by the billionaire class and millionaire class. But personally, I'm not a fan of cheering on the violence, cheering on the cold-blooded killing. I just don't. I don't find that appropriate. I don't think it's right. And you'll let me know if you're with me or you think I'm tripping with that, man. And I'm actually gonna pull up some of the stuff. So actually, do you guys remember who's been kind of with the show long enough to remember Arm Your Friends? I'm actually gonna pull up something that they posted because they actually made T-shirts, and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are wild for this. First of all, but they made T-shirts. What in the world? Y'all are wild for this. There's this lady. I pulled open Instagram and AKT1 Sport. They're like they make earbuds. They reposted somebody like doing a handstand, shooting a rifle with their toes. It's just the wildest thing I've seen all day. And what a way to open Instagram. Um, arm your friends. Arm to our friends. Yep. Yep. That's me. There we go. I'll uh I'll share my screen real quick. Yeah, so they've been really active with the whole um I guess cashing in on this thing. And so you guys remember how the guy who did the thing, I'm trying not to use all the code words to not get this stream flagged, but he had the whole deny, defend, oppose thing, and so they made it like a whole T-shirt line with it. And I'm just like, listen, I understand, you know, cashing in on the dank meme-ness of it all, but I don't know. Like to me, that's maybe doing too much. But they've been on the show before, and someone might say, well, "Hey, man, you have these people on your show. What's up with that?" And what's up with that is I do not take responsibility for anything that anyone does. That's not me. You know, their views are not my own. They came on, shared some thoughts. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that a show host or anything shares any sort of responsibility to the people that they platform? Is there any responsibility at all for like a podcast host or a television host to vet the people they bring on, or to um like if they find out the person was like a terrorist, should they pull the episode later on? I actually knew a guy who got in trouble for some what's essentially, I guess, stolen valor. He lied a little bit about, I guess, a lot of bit about his military service, and got into some trouble with the community. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that if I had him on the show, should I pull his episode down as some sort of like protest for his activities, or I'd be really curious to hear what you think about that. And I did see that somebody dropped a like on the stream. Thank you guys for making sure the stream is well liked. Just for those people who are here, I'm going to be going in, and I think I can find a way to do it. I'm going to try to gift memberships to everybody who's here today, as a thank you for being here. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Um, so go to youtube.com. Where is that coming from? I swear I heard my phone buzzing just now, and I'm just like, hey, what is that? All right. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna go and see if I can't gift you guys some memberships. Hey, DJ Play Nice. What you doing here on a Monday morning? How we sounding? Can you just give me a quick assessment on the sound? Are we loud enough? Do we need to boost it up or what? Five by five. You know, we just started using. I just started with another security company, and we started using actual, I guess, like military police radio lingo. And so if I do a radio check, they say 5 5. I'm just like, ah, DJ Play Nice. So I think of you when I'm at work, about to get my head bashed in by people going crazy at the club. So, occupational hazard. Yeah, yeah. And who all just going back to stuff that's happening in the news. The Daniel Penny case. I'm curious to see what you guys think about what the heck happened with the verdict on the Daniel Penny thing. Obviously, um, Jordan Neely, God rest his soul, was not in a good place. You hate to see men get hurt, men die, but you also hate to see people um, kind of being harassed in public spaces or in threats and whatnot. And I'm curious, like, just no bad opinions here, like whether you completely stand with Daniel Penny or if you think that he was racist in his assessments of Jordan Neely, who was a black man. Um, what do you guys think? You know, it looks like he got acquitted pretty much all the way. Um, it was really touch and go for a second. What do you guys think about all that? I'm curious. Yeah, I thought I logged in already. And we will go here. Oh, here we go. And why do I have to watch commercials before I can join my own stream? That's what I get. That's what I get. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and gift some memberships out to those who are here. I know there's a few of you guys here. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Super Secret memberships, membership gifting. So if you are here, gifting out some memberships. So be sure to grab those as you're coming in. King Chris Universe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you can get that. And yeah, it looks like there's a few of you who are tapped in and was able to grab those free memberships. I'm going to just give you guys some shout outs real quick. King Chris Universe, welcome. Welcome. Enjoy your free membership. You'll be able to access a lot of the old shows, the old live streams that are under members only. There's a few YouTube, I guess, videos that are members only. Some stuff that either got copywritten and or stuff that's not out yet. It's just not out. You'll be able to watch that if you want to. Of course, Integrity Firearms. Do I know you? I'd say you look familiar, but everybody I know kind of has profile pictures that are that cool. So you're good. Roy, welcome. Enjoy the gifted. Dominic. Yeah, welcome. And Leroy Jenkins. Sorry. Leroy, welcome. And if you guys have any thoughts on anything that's happened recently, just jump in, share your thoughts, especially to do with the whole Daniel Penny thing and the Luigi situation. Bro, you're absolutely welcome. Enjoy it. And what else did we want to do? I guess we can kind of take a look at some of the stuff. I saw Collins Noir and or Coleon Noir and Grantham. They did videos kind of examining the situation. Which one, if you guys had to vote, which one do you guys want to kind of, I guess, watch and react to? Let's put up a little poll. Noir or Thumb. All right. Yeah, so there's a new poll up for those who want to vote but there was a video by Grantham talking about the suppressor Glock situation and what was going on with the guy who did the thing in New York. I'm being very vague for a reason. And then there was also uh, I can remember when the case was new, but I've forgotten what the guy he choked out was doing. So from I guess we could try to pull up some of the information if we really want to, but more or less, um, the man who was homeless or unhoused or however we like to say it these days, I guess he was having some sort of mental break and came into the subway. He was a Michael Jackson impersonator or impressionist, and you know he did his thing. He was well known, but he was having a mental break. He came into the subway and I was threatening people and making people feel very uncomfortable, saying he was going to hurt people. And I guess the Marine vet, young guy, 24 at the time, decided he wasn't having it and went and did some sort of submission move, choke move to restrain him. And unfortunately, and whether it was his intention to or not, he impeded his airways, and the Jordan Neely, who was the Jackson impersonator, he passed away. He died in the hands of Daniel Penny. So that's very unfortunate. But the Jordan, I'm sorry, Daniel Penny was found not guilty, which some people will undoubtedly say it was a race thing. Um, I don't know that it was, but I could. I always understand when people feel that way. So let's pull up that as is requested, the Colion Noir video. Oh, and guys, if you guys know other people who enjoy the show, make sure they're here next week because it will be not next week, but next this upcoming Thursday because we're going to gift out 5 more memberships for those who are here, absolutely free. Y'all don't have to do a thing. Just show up and I'll give it to you. If we get enough people, I might give something away from the closet because that special closet right there has got a lot of cool little gifties and goodies, and I would love for you to have them. Did it get involuntary? So pretty much. Although somebody would say, "Well, you knew you were choking him. You know what could happen." What was he charged with? Let's pull that back up. What was he charged with? Applause and uproar. New York City. Control F. Manslaughter. 20 hours of deliberation. The more serious charge of manslaughter was dismissed by the prosecution last week after 12 jurors, 7 women, 5 men, deadlock on the rap. So I guess a little bit deadlock, but and then who was it? Hey yo. Yeah, so it was manslaughter. And Strap House Customs. What up? Let me pull up the Colion Noir video. Not this one, but so I didn't actually watch because I knew this was happening, right? I knew that the gun control people, would eventually say, "Hey, we got to ban suppressors," even though they're pretty much already banned. It's you can't just go buy one. But here's that video. You guys let me know if you can hear it. Well, actually, let me just play it this way. 1 second. Let me do it this way. Strap House, how's as I'm getting this thing pulled up, how's married life, bro? How is it? How long had I don't even know anything about your life, bro. Like how long did y'all know each other? How long did it take for y'all to get married? Tell me everything. I need to know everything, and I expect answers. So like, don't just try to dodge me. Okay. Why is this not pulling up? All right, here we go.
Now, before I say anything else, let me make one thing clear. I do not in any way condone the actions of the shooter in this incident. What happened to the United Healthcare CEO was tragic, and nothing I say in this video is meant to excuse or downplay that. My goal here is to answer a technical question that's been floating around since the footage came out. Why was the shooter's gun malfunctioning the way that it did?
Let me know if you guys can hear okay, if it's too loud, too quiet. Yeah, we do need to get you on the show. If you actually want to jump in here, you can send me a DM on Instagram and we can talk.
That's it. So let's talk about it. Now, based on the video, it looks like the shooter was using a Glock setup similar to this, as you can see here, with a suppressor attached. Now, if you've seen the footage, you'll notice that after the first shot, the gun fails to cycle properly, forcing the shooter to manually rack the slide to chamber another round. This pattern repeated throughout the incident. The question is, why? Well, it boils down to one critical error in his setup. He didn't use a booster. For those of you who aren't familiar with a booster is a component that goes inside of the suppressor to counteract the weight it adds to the front of the gun. Without a booster, the suppressor's weight prevents the gun slide from cycling fully, which means it can't eject the spent casing or load a new round. In short, without a booster, the gun...
I'm going to keep it a buck. I've not done a whole lot with suppressors and handgun suppressors specifically. So I really wasn't up to date on all the different requirements for that, or for example, needing a booster. Um, because most of the suppressor stuff that I've dealt with has been on rifle platforms, and I don't own any suppressors, so I haven't had to do any of the, all the stuff. Kylie Cool Guns, what up? Welcome to the show, man. Good to see you. I was hoping you'd tap in tonight, but you never know. You know, people have lives. So, all right, let's get back to the video.
Essentially becomes a single shot firearm. And from what I can tell in this video, the shooter's suppressor was directly threaded onto the barrel with no booster installed, which caused the malfunctions you see in the video. Here's what this looks like in action. When I use the suppressor with a booster, the gun works perfectly fine. I can fire multiple rounds and the slide cycles every time without issue. Now watch what happens when I use the same suppressor but remove the booster. The gun fires the first shot, but after that, I have to manually rack the slide to chamber the next round. This is exactly what was happening in the video. If you look closely at the footage, you can see the shooter fire a shot, pull the trigger again, and nothing happens. He then racks the slide, fires another shot, and then repeats the process. It's clear he wasn't expecting this malfunction, which suggests he didn't test the suppressor before using it. This is a textbook example of how improper gear setup...
Dudes, so when everybody and their mama was like, "Oh man, dude looked like a professional," and from one of the angles, I was like, "I don't know, this looks pretty planned out." You know what I mean? I was just like, "Oh man, this guy looks like he knew something." But then you kind of saw some additional angles, and you're like, "Ah, nah, Brody don't know what he's doing. He never tested this setup. He's never been to his outdoor range, his under the house range, his indoor range. He has never run this gun before, and or potentially he ran the gun but used an ammunition type that it was like incompatible for the first time. Like, oh, I need to run these subs. But at that point, like, you're not a professional because professionals run their stuff. They know exactly what works. They're not going to try something new on the day of. And I'm not talking about like professional like hitman. I'm talking about like professional, um, competition guys, guys who carry a gun for work, like myself. Like you're not running something at work that you're not entirely sure is going to work. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna do what works. Anyways, I see there's a few more of you guys tapped in. What's up? What's up? What's up? Tell me where you're watching from. Say hello. Don't be shy. All right.
And lead to malfunctions even in high stress situations. Now, to be absolutely clear, understanding the mechanics of this malfunction doesn't excuse the actions of the shooter. What they did was reprehensible, but my purpose here is to simply provide a technical explanation for those wondering why the firearm didn't function as expected. This situation serves as a reminder though. Check your gear. Check stuff to make sure it works. And this actually correlates to concealed carry too. Because a lot of y'all just grab a gun, put ammo in it, rack around in it, and then go out the door. And you might be surprised one day if you have to use that gun that it won't cycle either because it doesn't like that ammo. But that's for another video.
Dude, I'm a 100% tell you, I've disagreed with Colion Noir on like 2 or 3 things in life. This, absolutely 100% agree. This is a big, big deal. You guys, when I say you guys, I'm talking to you. You love to get a brand new gun, say, "Oh man, this gun's so cool. I'm gonna carry it today." Never put 10 rounds through the gun. Never put your self-defense ammo. You ran it with the your ball ammo or your training ammunition, your Winchester white box, but you never actually tested your 147 grain or even your 85 grain frangible, whatever, through it. And now you're walking around with a gun that's going to be essentially a bolt action handgun. Like imagine for those who had trouble with their TTI combats, because there's a few who had issues clearly. Excuse me. Imagine taking that and being like, "I'm gonna carry it because it's a beautiful gun. I'm gonna carry this thing," and then going and getting into a situation and you say you're somebody who had an issue with it because you put the wrong ammunition type in, and or you had maybe a faulty spring or something. Like imagine how dumb would that be? So don't be that guy. I'm not trying to be mean, but don't be that guy.
That I'm gonna do. With that said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Have you ever experienced a similar situation or malfunction with a suppressor? I'm pretty sure most of the gun guys that follow me already knew this, but this is for those people who really don't understand how suppressors work on handguns like that. So tell me what you think. Leave a comment in the comment section. Oh, and I almost forgot. It's Christmas season, baby. And as a result of that, I'm gonna give you guys a gift. Right now at shop.mrcolionnoir.com.
Respect, we're gonna watch
most of everything on the
guys.
site is 15% off when you use the code Defend America. Things like this beautiful embroidered hoodie that I'm wearing right now in my Keep America Tactical design. We have this in all of our designs actually, but even in the tactical Keep America Tactical design, you can get this in any state you want. But let me also not forget my AKT1 Blackouts that I absolutely love, my favorite in-ear wireless Bluetooth hearing protection that allows you to listen to music and take phone calls while still protecting your hearing when you're at the shooting range. I love these. And these are also 15% off at shop.mrcolionnoir.com.
I'm kind of worried about in-ear earbuds like these because the ones that I have, I've run them and I've started to notice some additional like ringing in my ears. Do y'all have ringing in your ears like I do? 'Cause my ears be ringing. Like right now they're ringing. So I don't know that this style of earbud that goes in and uses a little bit of foam to kind of expand out. I don't know that this is really doing the trick for me, and I might have to switch to something a little bit more comprehensive, a little bit more sound suppressy.
For Christmas. And
Stop.
Stop. And there's the residential flip lock, which I did a video on where I shot it, and to my surprise, the 223-556 round didn't go through it or defeat the lock. So if you want to protect your residence and make sure nobody can get into your dwelling space, head over to shop.mrcolionnoir and take advantage of the fact that those two are 15% off when you use the code Defend America. So hit the link.
I saw a video a while ago where he did. Let me go back to the video. I saw a video a while ago where he was interviewing the lady who like created those locks, and they were saying like this is um some of the best gear that you can have if you work in a school, and if you're concerned about intruders coming in and doing bad things. Oh, why is there two of me? Coming in and doing bad things, you should definitely have that, because it basically all you have to do is flip it. It's super easy and no one can enter the room. Um, I guess unless you're a firefighter. That said, guys, I know there's a few of you watching on and off. Make sure to hit like so everybody can know, hey, let's hop in and we'll go. I want to hear about earbuds. I don't know which one. Dude, I don't know which one's decent. Like I was running some from a company, I can't remember the name, but I don't know. Like if you don't have them in perfectly, the foams just don't expand correctly. So I think walkers are probably some of the best that I've kind of had, like the over ear options. But also I wear glasses, so you do get a little bit of sound leak. It's not a lot, but it's after a while it starts to build up. And then we have the Peltors. I use Peltor. Dude, those things are nice over years, and I love them, but still want the in ear. I want to find some in ears that work. Actually, I've met the one of the co-owners of AKT1, and she hooked me up with I had some in ears that really do work really well, but I haven't talked to them since it's been a while. So it's the hard thing about making videos and being a content guy is you can't make videos for everyone all the time. And sometimes you don't want to ask for stuff if you know you're not going to be able to make a video, because it's like, you don't want to make it harder for the next guy. Um, Make sure you're using the right size foams. Earbuds can be, yes, right size foams. So I've used foams that are too big, and I almost feel like you need to use the ones that are too big so they can make sure to really like, stop whatever's coming. He said you pointed indirectly. I was pointing earlier. He's like, you better point in the safe direction. Any gun with a silencer in this scenario would translate to any gun with a silencer in this scenario would translate to professional, either kind. A layman, movie fan, from a layman's or a movie guy's fanatics impression. Anyone who uses any gun that is not just a standard setup. Like if you had some sort of IR thing, or you had nods on, or did anything that's beyond like everybody's entry level price point. Oh my gosh, this guy was a professional. Like shoot, you roll up with the 2011, they'd be like, oh, he was a professional. So definitely, I'm just going back and looking at some of your comments. I saw, here we go. Strap House Customs. Earlier, I was asking you about married life. He said we were together for 6 years. 6 years, and then got married. Just getting used to living together. So you guys were together 6 years, weren't living together. Good for you. And then got married. Dude, living together is one of the hardest things you can do, but also one of the best things you can do. Walker. Okay. Hey, what's okay? Here we go. I just started using the Axel ones. They were on promo on IG. When I went to the NRA event, they were selling Axel in-ear earbuds with Bluetooth tech for $300. They did not sound good enough to just audio wise to justify a $300 price point, because that's more than AirPods. Those are more than AirPod Pros. Those are more than Bose. Almost as much as freaking AirPod Maxes, the Studio Max type things. And to me, I can't justify spending $300 for something that you can get, the $30 over ears. They're not electronic. They don't work nearly as nicely, but the cost to performance ratio is just not there. And I'm a big believer in that. And if I'm not going to buy it, why would I tell you to buy it? Something I think we got to talk about. Black Powder Podcast, one of my favorite people in this universe. What up? And then Cali Cool Guns is being a Giga Chad with the no, talking about, I'm debating using AirPods. Don't do that unless you're using foamies. But even still, they're not really designed for that. So please don't do that. Walker Recons as of now, that makes sense. For over-ear earpods, Walker Recons, it sounds about right. Did I yawn? I didn't even remember that. That's a great point. Strap House Custom says, that's a great point. We need more creators to have that mentality. If you're not going to make content, leave it for the next creator. I'm trying. Because you guys know with the Armed Atlas YouTube channel, I go through like major spells of like, hey, I'm just too busy to make YouTube videos on it. I'm not going to ask for anything more. It's just not, it wouldn't be right. Unless I know I'm going to start like at least like posting it on like Instagram or something like that, or like sharing it. Just got to leave it alone. Leave it for Strap House. He said, dang, bro. You don't got to yawn at my comment. No, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I'm going to start reviewing everything I have. That's an amazing mentality to have. First of all, as a gun guy, podcaster, gun reviewer, gear reviewer, whatever you want to call yourself, to say like, hey, whatever it is I actually have, whether it's like my guns or some gear that I have or some stuff that I picked up or something that someone sent me, just make sure you go back and actually make content on it. Why? Because that content might just like might blow up. You wouldn't. Oh my gosh. I've met him. So Cali Cool Guns said, the good question guy, I think, what's his name? He always starts the videos out with, he's reading like a user comment. He's like, what is the gun that's sitting behind your left shoulder? Good question. And then he goes into like some sponsored video ad read. Johnny Q. I actually met him once. Super nice in person. I don't know if he was just trying to make a good impression or what, but he literally saw me across the room at an NRA convention, walked up to me and said, hey man, Johnny, what's up? Dude, you have a card? Took my card. I never heard anything from him. I didn't see that he followed me or anything, but I would have liked to talk to him. He seems like a nice enough guy. But at the end of the day, the good question guy, he said the stuff he promotes, he wouldn't even buy. He sold his soul. And that's a big deal. Whether he actually did or he didn't, the perception of that is that he's not being sincere, he's not being genuine, he's being what you would call disingenuous. And you cannot have that. It's not going to work. You can't have basically all you have is a reputation that other people give you. You know, you can't, as a content creator, once people decide they do not like you, that's the currency. That's like the money that we make. If people decide that they don't trust you, it's worth nothing. People will watch you. What they call it is a lol cow or something like that, where people watch you just to laugh at you. They don't take you seriously. They're never going to buy anything you recommend. They're not paying attention to your sponsors. They're watching you to laugh at you. They're not laughing with you. And you do not want that. So, and then Black Powder said, Raid Shadow Legends. I shouldn't even say that because now people are going to think about Raid Shadow Legends and maybe go play that stupid game. They could be playing a real game. Like, hold on, let me get my Steam Deck. About these new earbuds, these like new in-ears monitors. Is this even the right one? Yeah, it is. And the string is like stupid short. I'm gonna show you guys. It's so annoying. It's like not long enough at all. So that's annoying. Callie's on a roll. Dude, you gotta stop saying people's names. Cali Cool Guns is on the tear talking about, and the skinny white kid with he said guy. I said kid because he looks like a kid to me. With the blonde hair too, he sold his soul. He wears skinny tight pants just like Johnny Q. Listen, I don't know anything about him other than somebody that I know and have a decent amount of respect for. Ava Flanell worked with him, and I wonder, and I didn't talk to her about this, but I do wonder if she really knew kind of what his trajectory was. Sorry, I'm pouring water in my flask so I can stay hydrated for tomorrow. It's making a bunch of noise into the mic. I apologize. But for people who actively choose to work with guys who are kind of becoming a meme, and people aren't really taking seriously, although they have the reach, they have such incredible reach. And I guess this is the answer. He said flask is such a dad word. I guess. Sorry, I have my 40-ounce hydro jug, and it keeps me hydrated. 3 of these a day is good enough, usually. But the problem with guys like Johnny Q and the other one is their reach is so incredible that at some level you're going to sell something. Someone's going to see your stuff and buy it. For instance, I'm going to pull up this is, he said I watch both. Here, I don't get tremendous numbers on this channel, but there's a YouTube short that we did recently that it just killed. And I imagine there's a few people who went and bought, where is it? This. Today's scary. Here. This is the best winter care now. The late night Target. Well, what happened? I clicked the right one. So the SIG. Oh my gosh. Today's scary. Yeah, this one. P365X Radian. It's got the Radian afterburner ramjet comp barrel system, backstrap, magwell, base plate kit, Radian, standard trigger controls, all that's the same. And this is the Holosun EPS green dot, fully solar, internal battery, no removable. It's pretty sick. And of course we have OEM magazine with an extended base plate from Tyrant CNC. This thing's pretty sick. 17 plus 3, so 20 plus 1. And this is the Raven concealment. I forget the actual name, but it's 3D printed, super smooth, actually really interesting. It's very different, but it allows you to have extra comfort contoured to your body. Check it out. Today's scary. Okay, cool. Sorry. Reason I play that is because I'll go back to it here. As you can see, I don't know if you can't see my mouse, but that video has, I would say, almost 30,000 views on it, which is crazy numbers for me because I don't really get a ton of views on my shorts or even my long form videos. If I get 20,000 on something, that's like really healthy. But in such a short amount of time, this really, I think, did kind of blew up. If you see the comments, it's got over 100 comments, 2,000 likes, 20,000 views overall. If you do the math, like as a big company, even if I was kind of a clown town creator, right? My shadow ban yet? No, absolutely not. You kind of have to do a lot to get shadow ban on YouTube. Really, it's getting the algorithm to recognize you as a good creator and as somebody that people are going to watch, and finding your way into the algorithm. And then you'll find some videos do well. But when we're talking about just the volume game, right? Even if I'm a clown town creator who I just kind of put out nonsense videos after nonsense video. Oh, this is my unboxing. Yeah, my Instagram is absolutely shadow banned. It's horrible. Don't go look at my Instagram. But no, like if there was an unboxing video where a guy like opened up the box for the AK, was sniffing it, playing with the wrapper and all that stuff. He was like, "Oh man, this wooden stock is amazing." It's like there's nothing of substance here, unfortunately. Like I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm gonna say this video isn't good. It's not a good video. There's nothing um, that adds value to my life, me watching this thing. And so the point is, if you like him, let's go take a look at his channel. Johnny Q. Mm-hmm. Let me get rid of this. All right, cool. So Johnny Q, who I'm assuming is a nice guy. I'm sure he loves his wife, loves God, loves his family, takes care of his community, is good to his mother, all this good stuff. I'm just gonna assume the best about him as a guy, right? Nope. We say he's got 2.74 million subscribers, and he just started doing gun content. But look at his shorts. Let's say the most recent video he put out, 2,000 views, 1,000, 7,000. Nothing, nothing crazy here. Let's look at his most popular videos. From back when he used to be...
Dude, Mr. Beast colors is gonna look so good. All right. The magenta there, we got our teal.
Listen, you can say what you want about this, guys.
We got our black.
He's been a creator since day one.
All right, Mr. Beast, we gotta tag him. Let's see if he notices.
What's gonna happen next? I don't even know. Did he put it on a drill? He's drilling. He's screwing the. We were putting up a shelf, and one of my kids was talking about, "Are you gonna screw the wall?" I was like, "Don't say that."
Colors, it's gonna look so good.
It did look pretty cool though.
So we got do a mini while it's spinning. All right, let's get it. Here we go.
A mini canvas. You see, I kind of want to see more content like this from him.
Okay, pump up the speed a little bit.
Like he's been a creator since day one. Like let's be real.
I don't know about that. Straight across here. Maybe some white.
Yeah, she said that. Screw the wall.
More purple.
Just drilling the wall, which doesn't sound much better.
I don't know what. Oh, it just covered it up. Oh. Okay. Let's yeet that. Put that. That.
That's,
oh my gosh.
I'm just curious. Like, how's this coming out?
What? Whoa.
Ooh.
Do it.
All right, that one came out. That's cool.
Spinning. All right.
That's a commercial. DJ Play Nice loves to show his age. Yeah, definitely messy to clean up. But, this is his whole thing. What video is this? What is he doing with this one? Got to reload to keep shooting. Pulls out the 50. Is that going to fit? Yep. Oh. What are you doing? Bro, what you doing? Very anticlimactic. I wanted him to shoot it. All right, so sort popular. The point of bringing this up, right, was not to critique his whole page, but to say that he's gotten crazy views on some of his gun stuff. Like, you forgot to throw the grenade. Okay, 31 million views. What's 1%? 1%. Says shot is behind a paywall. I don't know what that means. What do you mean by that? What do you mean? like this. So I'm gonna address Strap House in a minute, talking about people who paid for creators. Sorry, paid for stuff. Um, Here we go.
Guys, let me show you my new airsoft gun. Come with me. I'm sorry, man.
This is that SHOT Show. So we were here.
So this right here is my new airsoft gun. You can tell it's airsoft because it's got an orange tip. Trust me when I say you can win all the airsoft battles with this guy. Again, it's airsoft because the orange tip makes it an airsoft. Should I run this as my everyday carry? Good question. Guys.
Real,
Okay.
Guys,
real
Yeah,
cops
that's
wear their
the,
t-shirt
NRA press
over their
badge right
vest.
there.
guys, let me show you.
Real.
Save me.
Bring back.
Nice toy gun. Good question. No, that's a bad question. Yeah, so this toy gun here, definitely a toy. I got it at Toys R Us. Yeah, and this toy gun propels little darts. Let me show you really quick. It's a really cool toy gun. Watch, ready? You gotta listen for it. Ready? Wait. Oh. I got the wrong
Those aren't
one.
darts.
I brought the wrong
Those
gun
are
to the
real
range.
bullets.
This is more fun though. Subscribe for more.
Listen, he's nothing if he's not kind of entertaining, right? Like, can we be real about that? He's a little bit entertaining, and that's fine. So let's get back to. Did you ever answer what this was? Shot is behind a paywall. Is that my SHOT Show video is behind a paywall? Maybe. I'm unsure. For at Gun Club, I don't know. There's a few different things we did. I noticed a few new 2A creators that bought followers for doing other safer content. Brought followers from doing other safer content like fashion or popular TikTok type stuff. Yes. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because if you can get those people, and some of those people will never watch your videos ever again. You're gonna have to like rebuild your audience just because nature of YouTube. But if you can get like 1 to 5% of those people to actually watch your content at some level, that's good. Maybe they'll actually take Second Amendment stuff kind of seriously. EA Sports got to pay to see him shoot it. You pay for the real reaction because that's not free. Hence, locked behind the paywall. I didn't know he had a paywall. I guess I gotta look at it. FWIW. I don't even know what that means. Let me look it up. What does that mean? For what it's worth. Oh, you see, that's a very classic thing to say, and I've never said it before. For what it's worth, just about all gun folks came from some other hobby, business before they got into guns. Yeah, just about. Not everybody can be Lena Michalek, who is born into, firearms royalty and has the opportunity because of who her family is and, father and some of those connections and the ability to not necessarily get caught up in like regular jobs, but be able to kind of streamline her career into it. I'm not saying that she's never worked a regular job. I don't know. Maybe she has, maybe she hasn't. I don't know. Or maybe has never explored other things. I'm sure she has maybe tried or eventually will, but most people can't be that. For me, I work in several different things, whether it's armed security, executive protection type stuff, club security, and special needs. I've been working with kids and adults and special needs for a long time. And before that, I worked in a call center. Just a regular guy. And so, for what it's worth. Oh, is that what you're talking about? Johnny Q's 50 cal shot after he realized. Yeah, I guess if you really want to watch it, you can go pay him to see it. It's behind the paywall, which is fine. Yes, DJ Platters. Let us salute the awesome gun websites. Thank you for being here, by the way. It's always good to see you. Yeah, and like what we were saying with the Lena Michalik thing, there are very few dynasties in the sense that there's not a lot of people who this is their whole thing and their children will be in it. And people work in guns and the gun industry recycles itself. And if you can break into the community, you'll either be seen as an outsider or you'll be accepted. But it's kind of so hit or miss. I did want to take, just because it's still kind of small, and maybe if you guys like my long form content, you'd be interested. This is like a side project I took some weeks to try to work on. And no, not that one. Yeah, here it is. So I'm going to share my screen again. And so if you guys are interested at all in, hey, not you. There we go. If you guys are interested in all in gaming content, me and two of my favorite people in the world decided to kind of get into a gaming show. We like to batch record and get some stuff out, and every once in a while we'll stream or do like a little something. And if you guys want to hear our hot gaming takes, it's something we do for fun. So definitely go check it out and see if you like it, see how we can improve, help us get to 100 subscribers so we can justify the time and expense. But other than that, I mean, we love it. We'll keep doing it for a while, but just getting together, talking about stuff like realistic graphics and why. That's the last show that we did, was talking about the issue with some of like the more like realistic graphics that you get, and every 5-6 years it's like, hey, we need to remaster this game. It's like, well, how often did they remaster like Zelda Wind Waker or Hades or Shovel Knight, or just name one of the more like stylized or hand-drawn video games. Maybe they'll do a little bit of an HD remake, but they're not really doing a whole lot to remake those games. And those are some of the discussions that we're having, just kind of celebrating games new and old. So if you like that, go over to youtube.com/@Arcade Island or Arcade Island Podcast on the podcasting networks, and you can check us out, see how you like it. And if you absolutely love it, you can watch it for free. All right, let's get back to the gun stuff. My gosh. So I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek for this upcoming Thursday. So we're doing a show with a legendary holster company called Filster. I'm going to pull up their website. If you guys are not familiar. If you're not familiar, I'm kind of surprised, for real. But Filster, they have the Filster Enigma. They have a lot of educational things. This girl has gone absolutely bananas on social media. Have you guys been he leaned all the way into it. Oh my gosh, John, you're a monster. You're a fiend. Let me move my face out the way, because this is I'm just gonna hide my face. Yeah, hide my face, because you guys deserve to read this whole thing. So, have you guys seen old girl going viral on the internet, everywhere on Twitter to Instagram, and everyone's referring to her as the cutie patootie, and I quote, cutie patootie. The girl who was born to be a kindergarten teacher. What's her name? I think it's like Pistol Princess or something like that. I gotta go and pull it up and make sure I got the right name. Golly. Let me actually see if I know I'm following her. Oh, come on. Pew Tutti. Stop. He said cutie pew tutti. You dog, you fiend. I love it. Opacity. Change that so it needs to be a little darker. Oh. You talking about this right here? Or are we talking about something else? That's not her name. This is somebody's post where Darren Jones like borrowed the image and captioned it and says, "Oh, thanks, I appreciate that." Said, "Imagine getting blicked by a cutie patootie." Bet not run up on Emily at Barnes and Noble. She got something for you. Oh yeah, you're right. You see, I am blind. That's why I wear glasses. They don't work for me. But hey, oh, chill, dog. He said gun websites knows all the sites. Of course you do. Yeah, anyway, so I'm trying to see what's her name? Here we go. Pistol and Princess Pistols. Pistol Princess. Let's check out our page because what are we doing? Come on. I'm just gonna pull it up over here, and we're gonna check out her Instagram. Instagram. Here we go. Yes, and that threw me all the way off. That we can go vote for her, because she's up for Gundy's most influential female of the year, and somehow she might just win it. When I say somehow, the fact that she just went mega viral, it's almost like it's a plot, a scheme. She said, super duper excited to be nominated, y'all. Thank you for the most influential of the year. Link is in bio. You can vote. So if you guys want to go vote for Princess and the Pistol, aka Cootie Patootie, do your thing. Go take care of our people. Make sure that they know they are loved and cared for by the community. I also posted this post has been the best thing for the 2A community in some time, just because it's like such a nice, like wholesome vibe, but nothing like crazy. And someone said, "Imagine getting blicked by Emily in Barnes and Nobles." Yep, that's one of the captions. Yes, the humble firearm, happily making women more equal to men than feminism ever has. Yes, voted already, dude. Do your thing. So there's plenty of people. I know Black Powder, if you guys are following him, he's got a whole list of people who voted for Amber Johnson. That's amazing. He's got a whole list of people on his page who he is supporting, who he would love to have you support. So if you guys are not following Black Powder Podcast on Instagram, you're wrong. I'm looking at you. You're wrong. So make sure you're following him and check up on his list. And if you have questions about anyone who he is supporting, as in you don't know who they are, but you would love to get to know them, follow them. Maybe ask them like, "Hey, why are you promoting them? What are they doing?" And he'll tell you all about them. So there is that. One other person who I personally would love to see you guys support is Brutal Rooster. He came on the show last week. And here we go with that. Brutal Rooster. He's up for a Gundy Writer of the Year. You know, if you guys watched was it last Monday or Friday? I can't remember. When was that? Best writer. Top 2A writer. He's up for it. Would love to see him get some love. And then there is, I think, one other person who actually kind of want to see them do well. The Gundies isn't stupid important to me. Like I think maybe it's because I've never been nominated, so I'm just like, yeah, I don't know, maybe. But who is it? I was just talking to them today, and I was like, oh yes, we got to get them. If people want to go vote for her, she should. Y'all should. Here we go. 3 Gun Kenzie. She's done a lot for this show. She literally walked around the NRA event with me and just kind of interviewed different booths. She didn't have to do any of that. She's done a lot with Jack Carr, who wrote, what did he write? Oh my gosh. The Terminal List, which was actually a really dope season 1, I guess. I guess there's more than one season of The Terminal List, but hey yo, the Forbidden Popsicle? Hey yo, don't do that unless you want to die of a tongue burn. Don't do that. Hey, yeah. So Black Powder says, haven't voted for that yet, so got him. Yeah, definitely go support our guys, Brutal Rooster, and obviously if you want to support 3 Gun Kenzie, I think she's also up for that award. So whichever one you want to support more, I don't care. These are all people who have supported what I do, and so I like to support them. We should also acknowledge one of the coolest new shooters on the block. Let's see, youtube.com. What is it, Summer Shoots? Is that her name? Y'all know who Summer Shoots is? All right. Yeah, she just recently posted on her Instagram that she passed 20,000. No, I don't know anything about Summer Shoots being part of the Gundies, if that's what you're asking. But want to give her a quick shout out because she just posted that she passed 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. And that has a lot to do with, boom, her 300 blackout build getting almost 100,000 views. Big congratulations. Boop, boop. And what she picked up from a Texas gun event, a video that I would not think would do well, but has gotten almost 90,000 subscribers, or I'm sorry, views in just barely 4 months, which is amazing. And I love to see it. I love to see it. Yeah, voting for the Gundies, is it just an email graph for sponsors, but someone got to pay for it? Law, I don't know. Like it's a show and it celebrates the community. I have a very funny spam email, and I'll give it to you guys right now. Spamchecker1111@gmail.com. And that's how I sign up for anything from Taco Bell to the Gundies to if I'm buying from a website to if I'm putting out an inquiry thing like, oh, I needed somebody to tow a car from California to here. Hey, well, you got to sign up for the service, and then the brokers are going to call you, and then they're going to get you signed up for the trucks. Okay, well, spamchecker1111@gmail.com. Hit me up. And I don't have to worry if you guys fill that email address up. I don't care. But you're not getting my work email. No, sir. No, sir. So back to it. We love to see these semi-young, I don't know, is she in her 30s yet? I don't know. Mom, wives, all them, loves to shoot, enjoys the shooting, doing well, getting the views. Obviously, you're not going to have every video take off, but the fact that she's done enough. You see, Black Powder, you're interrupting the show now with your comments. Talking about flask. Yes, I need a flask. I need my flask. Some high quality H2O. Mm. Yeah. Well, hey, dude, guess what? You are old. So no, I'm just happy to see people getting into the space. Because how old's her oldest video? 7. God dang, 7 months old. The difference between the Glock 43X and the Glock 19. Turn me up on my speaker, bro. What an intro. That's a lot of fire. I wonder if she toned down the fire later in her career.
43X with the Talon grips, and as you can see, I've got the EPS carry on there. So I got it milled.
Hold on, she got it milled? So she got the original.
I've got the EPS carry on there.
Okay,
so I got it
43X
milled
with EPS carry
a couple
milled.
weeks ago, and I got.
So here's a problem with what she did, right? Because that's the 43X original. Courtney Shoots is great. She'll be on the show in a few weeks. Because the 43X original is the way that it is, you have to mill it, and then you don't get the rail. You don't get the accessory rail, which is trash to me. Need that accessory rail for lights. I pull out my 43X, well, it's my wife's 43X. It doesn't have an optic on it, but it does have a TLR7 sub sent courtesy of Streamlight. Thank you, Streamlight. And I guess you could have it aftermarket melted, sculpted to be able to fit lights and whatnot, but it just kind of sucks. It just kind of sucks that she will never be able to use a light without doing extra work. And then again, how much did it cost to mill the slides? Some people are charging $200. I don't pay that much money for it because I know Randy of Obsidian Tactics. Use code Armed Atlas and they'll give you free shipping on whatever you buy. So make sure to do that. Obsidian Tactics, awesome dude who owns the company, and they do great work making sure that you can get your stuff fast. I bought something on a Thursday night at like after hours, like it was like 6 o'clock, and I got it midday Saturday, just in time for work. So that was good.
Got it back this week with the EPS carry.
Oh, and the EPS carry with the solar option on top. I love it.
So far, it's been good. I'm still working on finding my dot. Kind of hard to find my dot, and I've got the green dot on this one.
Yes.
So
Clock is out.
we're gonna do some drawing from the holster. I'm gonna see what that time looks like on the timer.
She got the timer out and everything. Man, I'm so proud of her. That's amazing.
Well, I point shot that time. I didn't find my red dot on that one. That was 1.8.
Yeah, you got to. Here's the thing: going fast from the holster or whatever, and trying to go from the timer and shooting fast. That's amazing. But are you actually finding your sights? Are you getting behind your sights? Are you seeing things actually happening? Can you be accountable for the shots that are leaving your gun? People could be like, "Oh, you got to be able to point shoot." That's amazing. Yes, be able to point shoot. But also, if you're pushing yourself, you're not getting the drill right if you're not actually, get behind the gun. So do that. Make sure you are getting behind your sights and actually being able to see through them, especially if it's a dot. Like you have a red dot or a green dot for a reason.
But I don't know where that shot went. All right, let's go again. I'll take my time.
Oh, yeah, I
That
understand
time,
that. It's hard to commit
right
to
here in the
Glock when you
middle.
have to do all sorts of extra
I
stuff.
took my time.
Pay extra.
241 was my time on that. But I took my time, found my red dot. I think that's.
Dude, I was struggling the other day, and you could tell I haven't been dry firing for a while because I was doing some drills with the Can you see it over there? You can't really see it. It's kind of just sitting on top of there. P365 with the Radian package, right? I was checking that out, taking it to the range, doing some drills, drop from concealment, and you could tell how kind of like crappy things were from my side because I could not get like the point, like the 1.5, 1.3, 1.2, 1.1 second draws that I was accustomed to. Everything was so slow. Things were like 2.5, 1.9. It was just so frustrating. Hey, gotta show some love to DJ Play Nice. He always does amazing moderation work. Thank you so much for being here, bro, and helping us out. Peace, love, everything good. I hope it comes your way. God bless you, bro. Anyways, thank you. Also, DJ Play Nice did want to say, in addition to, or if you don't feel like giving YouTube your money, you can go to armedatlas.locals.com and become a member there. We try to make sure that members' content from both Armed Atlas and Gun Club Radio make it over there. So that's a cool way to support. It's only $5, but you can support as high as you want to if you really think that what we're doing is worth it and the conversations that we're having is important, then you can support over there. If not, you can just become a member here or send a super chat or whatever it is you want to do to show love and support. And we love you guys for that. Anyways, moving on. Let's so it looks like she's doing her thing, doing drills, practicing. Love to see it.
Just using the same target. Don't talk about my target because I got the masking tape on there. Recycle, reuse. That's what we're doing. So don't worry about the tape.
Do you guys tape your targets? Because I recently started using that. Very humble of you, old man Atlas. Yeah, it's very humble of me. The amazing work we do is amazing. Thank you.
I'm gonna just go from a low ready. I don't have a holster for this one yet. Just got it. Well, I didn't just get it, but
that's the most annoying thing about buying guns is having to buy holsters for the guns.
I haven't really been shooting it because I needed an optic on it. I wanted an optic. I didn't need one. The iron sights are good on this, but I waited for the optic cut. So I'll get a holster pretty soon here. Going from low ready.
Some good advice. Oh! Being very good. What's she screaming at?
That felt good.
Good shot.
I do have the Glock performance trigger in here too.
Good shot.
So that felt really good. I'm a.
Do you guys believe that the Glock performance trigger is so much better than the regular triggers that Glocks makes? I think I'm gonna boost my audio just a little bit. See, boost. All right, let's just cut that down a little bit. +4. All right, let's see how that works. You guys, let me know if this sounds any better because I think my could be louder. Here we go. Let's do 67, 70. Might be too much. No, that's too much.
Full size.
Let's watch something else that she put out. Let me see. Let's watch something popular. The 300 Blackout video. It's got almost 100,000 views. Is it worth it?
In a world where the elites sip water priced like liquid gold, our guests tonight are expecting the creme de la creme of hydro.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today I have what I've been working on for the last, it's been a minute. I've had this
good vibe,
for
clean aesthetic.
Probably over a month, maybe close to 2 months. But I just had not had time to get to it, to put it together, and then to show y'all, let alone get to the range and shoot it. So today is the day that I finally am putting this video out of my first 300 Blackout build. Now, I don't know necessarily if it's a build. Some of y'all be getting to, I mean, I get it. You want to respect the fact that people actually do put this stuff together bits and pieces by pieces. But for me, it's just like a build because I'm literally changing a lot of things on here or adding some things on here. So I consider it that, but I do want to actually do a from scratch build. And I think I'm gonna do that with an AR-15 12.5. So stay tuned for that. But for this one, it's literally gonna be a upper, a lower, and then adding some stuff just like I like it. So without further ado, this is gonna be actually, I don't even know if it's gonna be a budget build, but this is PSA. So I actually ran across a little thing that PSA had on their website where they were giving this or selling this lower for, I don't know, a couple $100, something like that. It was the Honey Badger PDW lower with the PDW brace on it. So I was like, oh, I probably should just grab that. And I grabbed that first before I grabbed the upper. So here's the upper from PSA. It's 300 blackout, and it is a 1/8 twist. It has on it, and this is 7.5 inches. All right, so I wanted to just try my hand, number one, at just putting like a lower and a upper together and then modding it the way I want to. But I also wanted to try my hand at PSA. This is my first PSA product. I've never had PSA stuff. Heard really good things about them. So I just want to try it. Very affordable. There's the upper, PSA upper. And then here is that lower that I was just telling y'all about that has the Honey Badger PDW brace. So has 1, 2, 3. So 3 different settings on there. Of course, y'all see the tag. I have not been able to get to it, but today is the day that I'm getting to it and finally getting this out. So as you can see there, Palmetto State's logo. And this is actually the serialized item. This had to be shipped to my FFL. The upper was shipped to my house. And this is a serialized item, and this had to be shipped to my FFL. I was able to get the upper to my mailbox. And yeah, I'm about to put this thing together. So let me show you what I'm about to put on it. All right, so first and foremost, I've got my rear sight, front sight. I've got my takedown pins because it did not.
A little bit. Let's see what she's got going on.
And my nails was getting dirty. Working our way back, or let's go back. Let's go down. I have the Radian safety selector. I do like the 45-degree throw on all of my firearms when it comes to safety selectors. So I went with the 45-degree throw on the Radian here. So here. And then I could put it on safe, and then when I'm ready to fire, I just flip it with my thumb. So I like the longer side on my thumb side and then the shorter side on my index finger side. It just works better for me. I'm able to actuate it. So then we work our way back.
So I also do the ambies, but I use my knuckle to go up. Well, how much building does she actually do?
Front sight.
Well, she didn't actually put it together on screen, did she? She was just showing the components.
To go with. Shoot this gun unsuppressed because I don't have the mount to go here. It is out of stock.
I love that. She actually knows what she's doing. She's getting suppressors. I'm curious to know like where the bulk of like her gun knowledge came from. I'm sure she said so.
I want to know, have you made this mistake with your holster? And by mistake, I mean, did you get a holster that's uncomfortable so you don't carry all the time? You may have.
Yeah, this is a good.
Did you have ice cream last
the
night?
Little kids. Got the babies.
Sure? Okay, go ahead. All right, if we.
Yo, the other day, and this is how much kids know about your life, right? And I've never hidden the fact that we have guns in the house and that we, have them secure and that kids are not supposed to even touch like the lock boxes and safes and such. And the truth about how serious guns are, right? But the other day, I didn't have my knife on me, and I was like, "Hey, go tell mommy to bring the knife because she needed help, like cutting something off her Barbie or something like that." And then she was like, "Mommy, can you get the knife? It's next to the gun." And I was like, "What? Like what? How do you know?" Well, I mean, it's not that you wouldn't know that, but the fact that you thought about it, or the fact that you're aware, cognizant, aware or cognizant, I think is good, but also it makes me more thoughtful to make sure that we're having good conversations and instilling in her a very healthy respect for what firearms are. So there's not like some curiosity, but it's like a hey, like this is for a very specific reason that we have these things. Yeah, I know. And gun website says I grew up with guns. It's not a problem in my opinion. Yeah, it shouldn't be. People make things a problem. That shouldn't be a problem. And then we have Black Powder laughing his butt off. Yeah.
Come down from the red dot, I did put an Odin Works extended mag release. So I like for everything to be kind of like at fingertip reach, so I don't really have to break my grip from handling the firearm.
If you don't have the biggest
so as
hands,
soon
but I
as I'm
think she's
done,
got
boom,
small
boom, boom,
hands. I
boom,
think
I
her
can go
hands are
right here,
normal,
release the
medium
mag,
large.
and be good. Y'all know that I love my extended mag releases, and I also love my bad levers, but I'm not quite sure I want to put a bad lever in here. I'm still contemplating
How do
that
you guys feel
part
about bad levers?
because I don't know. We'll think about it. So Odin Works mag release. Then we come back here and we have the Radiant Raptor SD charging handle.
It's the king of charging handles as of right now. I know there's a few guys who have made dope charging handles, but as of right now, Radiant has got it. And the way they've engineered some of their stuff to make sure that the gases don't come back in your face, that's huge, especially because there's a lot of different parts that are supposed to do that work, and most of these guns are not designed or optimized for gas. They don't have good seals. They don't have great ports to eject the gas down through the mag well or back in through the gun to the front or whatever. You know, it's like there's not a lot of manufacturers doing a great job.
These are very good for suppressed guns, and that dropped good.
No light on this.
They're
gun?
just like, they just work. And so I like Radiant. I'm a huge fan of Radiant's stuff. And
so I'm team sling, but what do y'all think? Sling or no sling?
working our way back, or let's go down. I have the Radiant safety selector. I do like the 45-degree throw on all of my firearms when it comes to safety selector. So I went with the 45-degree throw on the Radiant here. So here, and then I could put it on safe. And then when I'm ready to fire, I just flip it with my thumb. So I like the longer side on my thumb side and then the shorter side on my index finger side. It just works better for me. I'm able to actuate it. So then we work our way back to the PDW brace. Honey Badger, it is a brace because this is a 7.5-inch barrel, less than 16 inches. And therefore, that's why I have the handbrake on here as opposed to a vertical grip. And then I put this brace on. I actually think the brace feels better than the stock. So when I shot the Honey Badger at the range on, I think it was a Women Wednesday, I shot the Honey Badger and it had the stock on it. I felt like the stock was a little bit more narrow than the brace is. And I feel like that with all...
That's weird. I guess slanging.
manufacturers who make stocks and braces like the SB Tactical, I feel like the braces have more real estate back here for me to shoulder than the stocks do. So,
well, there was a time long ago when if you shouldered a braced weapon, that was the F word. That was a felony. That was 10 years, $10,000. So that was back in the day. Thankfully, we're not in that same age of tyranny. Though, although I really do hope that with this new presidency and all that jazz, we can kind of get to a point where we can remove SBRs from the NFA, because that is dumb. It's dumb in my opinion. In my opinion. What do you guys think? Is that possible to get SBRs removed from the NFA?
That's why I went with the brace. And plus, I wasn't giving the ATF $200 because why? So
She said,
there's
'cause
no little
why?
package, guys.
I love it. She said, 'cause why?
I'm so proud of myself because I put everything on by myself. Did a little YouTube search.
I'm happy for her. Yeah, I think this video deserves all the love it's gotten. And if you guys aren't currently subscribed to her, well, I'm not subscribed from this channel. But I'm gonna give her that sub. I'm gonna give her that sub from this channel. Yeah, you guys go subscribe. Go show Miss Ma'am some love. Here's a weekly haul. How do y'all feel about Cash Apps in the bio? Is that better than having channel memberships? Because I've got those on. Do y'all support? Here's the question. Have y'all ever seen a Cash App and said like, ooh, let me bless the Cash App? And how many men have you blessed in that Cash App extravaganza? I'm not saying that y'all don't support bros, because y'all have supported me. Not hating at all. I'm just curious if it's like a female thing. If it's like a hey. Anyways, got my stock ready to slap my SBR without a because why? Gonna upstairs low. Here's yes. So it provides better options. YouTube takes their cut of your donations. Yes. I'm okay with that in the sense that YouTube provides a platform that's very simple, very easy, very straightforward. If you're on the channel, you're watching something live, you want to support, you just hit the little money sign and you can send $5-10 in, and that helps. In fact, every dollar helps because this channel doesn't produce like a lot of revenue on its own. So the fact that you guys have been amazing at sending, a little bit here or there, every other stream or so has been really great. It's been amazing because that helps get this channel to the point where it starts to kind of be worth it monetarily. So yes. Now, obviously, if someone decided like, hey, I see a Cash App there, I don't want YouTube taking the money because that's like 30%. 30% is a lot of money, right? I'm just going to slide your Cash App, right? Like, hey, let me send you $5. It's easy. That works too. But at the end of the day, I like to do what's easy, and off-platform websites are a little harder, like Locals, armedatlas.locals.com. It's a little harder because you got to go sign up. You got to do this, you got to do that. And I get it. So let's proceed. Who else is doing their thing? Was it Courtney Shoots? How do you spell her name? Let's see. I'm spelling it wrong. This is Kourtney Kardashian. Let me pull her Instagram up. Oh, it's Kourtney with an I. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. And we'll give her the sub from this side too. She's doing also amazing. I'm so happy for her. Making great content. She's been a little while, I guess. She's made a video. No, she made a video 3 days ago. It's just the other one that she posted was really good. So she has kind of such like a variety of things that she does. She doesn't always just only do gun videos, but I think in regards to the look of her content, it's some of the best content in existence.
You're not a child, you're a man. So stop wearing so many layers to go outside and get the Bearskin Tactical Hoodie 4.0, the 10-pocket tactical.
Remember that scene in Talladega Nights where Ricky Bobby didn't know what to do with his hands? I don't know what to do with my hands either. I'm like overwhelmed with joy because I got a 43X MOS. And I'm excited about it. Word on the street is that it's Glocktober. And as the proud new owner of a Glock 43X MOS, I'm not gonna lie, it feels pretty cool to be a part of this club. And it's not like over the years I was opposed to Glock. I didn't want to be labeled like a bandwagon fan, you know? So I just stuck to what I know until recently. I did like one search of the Glock 43X MOS, and then all of a sudden, every day that I logged in, my feed was inundated.
Listen, Linda, I have YouTube Premium for my personal YouTube channel that I use to watch YouTube videos. I don't have YouTube Premium for my gun page. He said I might need to add you to my YouTube. What I need to do is I need to buy a YouTube Premium for my business account that basically got and add myself to that like through my other stuff. That's what I need to do. That's all I have to do. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for saying that. You're so generous.
With videos showcasing this beautiful firearm. And then I bought it. So here we are. I debuted this firearm in the last video that I posted, which you can see here, where I showcase all the new holsters that I got, including this one, which is for the 43X MOS. But I didn't go into detail. I hadn't even shot it. And actually up until this point, I still have not shot this firearm. I'm planning to go to the range tomorrow. And I didn't do any unboxing or anything. Yeah, so I figured today's as good a time as any. So let's see what's in the box. It is the 43X MOS edition. Now, one of the things that makes this different than the regular 43X is the fact that it's already cut for sights, and you just have to remove this plate here, and then it's already ready for a weapon light. So you have this rail on the frame, and you are good to go. What else comes in the box? So we got the firearm, we got two.
So somebody once upon a time said, like, why do like flashlights that come on guns, why are they so much more expensive than regular flashlights? And then you realize like regular like tactical flashlights are also very expensive. And then you add the pressure switch and all that, and it gets even more expensive. Have you ever been tempted just to like tape like a regular like Walmart flashlight to your gun? Don't answer that.
Two 10-round magazines. We also have the lock. We have some cleaning stuff. We got the Allen wrench or the Allen key to allow you to remove that plate. And then of course we got the paperwork and the registration. But let's get down to the fun stuff. One of the first things that you should learn to do with any pistol that you purchase is learn how to field strip it. Field stripping is literally just learning how to disassemble it and then reassemble it. You'll want to know how to do that for a number of reasons. Obviously to clean it, when you are replacing parts or upgrading parts, and then just figuring out like any malfunctions that it may have. You don't have to be a gunsmith, but it's important to know how to take your firearm apart and just learn the basic functions of what it is that you're holding to, you know, potentially protect your life. Pull it forward and release the slide off the frame. Next thing you're going to do is pull this recoil spring assembly forward into the muzzle so that that pops right off. Set that down.
So I definitely appreciate the, multiple angles, although I think something was going on with this. Maybe the depth of field was a little bit too strong, or there was not enough light coming in because it seemed a little bit grainy. I'm not sure. You see, I'm critiquing this because like she's so amazing that you have to start nitpicking in order to find anything that's wrong.
And depending on how you have the slide in your hand, you're going to push
There's no
a Glock 43X MOS.
Such like a high quality video. Like you see those little, oh my gosh, what are they called? Like little prop lights in the back. need that in my life. You see how boring my background is? No lights. She's got all the lights. I'm jealous. And then she took it to the range.
Introducing the Highboy Max Pro electric scooter, where power and versatility meet in an exhilarating ride. With 48 volts 1.5 Ah battery.
As of today, after 50 rounds on the Glock 43X MOS, I prefer the SIG Sauer P365X. That's what I spend my money on. Guns and gear. So let's get out the ammo, load up some magazines, and put up my targets and get to shooting. We've got these standard walkers. I actually have some electronic ones that I meant to bring today, but I kind of packed in a rush and forgot to bring them. So that just gives me another reason to come back to the range so I can test those out. I have been rocking these Old Faithfuls for many years without any issue. I didn't bring a whole lot this time, probably maybe 100, 200 rounds or so, because I'm only gonna be here for an hour. And I don't think it's gonna take that long to get my optic zeroed in. So I think the lighting looks pretty good. I'm shooting in D-Log M. Obviously I took the ND filter off because we don't have this bright sunlight, but we do have the artificial light. And I think sometimes with the
Can we take a moment to also, once again, for the 50th time tonight, appreciate the fact that she appreciates filmmaking, art, cinema, the process. Stuff that's hard to do, honestly. Like it's all hard to do, but she put in the work. It's good stuff.
Profile, especially on brown skin, it gives you kind of this very flat yellow look, which is the idea, right? You want a flat color profile. That way, when you go to edit, you have much more of a dynamic range, but it just looks weird and not very flattering in camera. But we're gonna see how it turns out. So we're gonna get these loaded up. All right, so the first thing I'm going to be shooting is obviously my Glock 43X MOS because I never shot it before, so I'm super excited. And I've never shot this, period, let alone with or with the red dot. So I already got one loaded in the chamber. I do carry loaded. That's just my preference. So here we go. Here's my first shot. Gotta get used to like the recoil management. This is actually a little snappier than my SIG P365X, which is what I carry most often. Rookie mistake, I only brought one magazine. I left kind of in a rush, so I'm gonna be spending a lot of time loading magazines because these only come in 10 rounds.
My biggest gripe with the Glock, only 10 rounds, that's trash.
Did order the Shield Arms 15 round magazine, so I'll be able to carry 15 plus 1. But until that arrives, this is what I got. I think I'm gonna do a video of like my top 5 must-have accessories to bring to a range, and this is one of them. I know that there's some people who, you know, are anti-speed loaders. All
right, guys, question of the day. Speed loader or nah? Me personally, I don't take that kind of disrespect. I'm just playing. No, me personally, I don't really. I'm in such a rush. I don't have time to do speed loaders. I might pull them out if I'm like really struggling with the last mag and like of like a fresh mag, or if my thumbs are like freezing, or if I've loaded 1,000 mags and now I'm like my thumbs are done. But other than that, I just think it's a little faster just to use my hands. What do you guys think? Do you prefer a speed loader? You have a good like a Blula or whatever. What do they call it? A Plula.
Understand that you need to develop like the muscle memory to be able to do that, you know, life or death situation, or you're like in a survival mode or whatever.
Life or death situation, load the mag. No, you're good. He said if I'm shooting over an hour, then yeah. Yeah, after that, it kind of gets annoying. So you might as well just pull it, like keep it out. Magula.
And you may not have one of these handy, I get it. But like for the purposes of a range and you're just coming here to practice shooting, I don't see anything wrong with having a speed loader, especially when you're at ranges like this where you're working with time. It just makes sense to have a speed loader to speed things up. Speed, efficiency, 10 rounds in like 10 seconds.
I am speed.
So this is, I got to get the camera out in front of me so you can kind of see a different angle of me shooting and maybe I guess see the recoil a little bit more or whatever it is that you want to see, just a different angle. So we're gonna shoot from right in front. I think I need to adjust it, kind of come to the right and up because I'm shooting down and to the left.
Oh, only like something about 35. That's not bad.
So all of those were low. So I'm going to adjust the sight to come up a bit because I'm shooting low and to the right. So I'll come and show you what that looks like. Okay, so if you look there at the head, I'm clearly down and to the right. So I need to shift it up and to the left. So right now the light is behind me. So I have put the Osmo Pocket 3 in the low light setting, which I'm not too crazy about. Like from what I can see on the screen, it just looks very...
She really does have that camera like way in front of her, which is such a unique angle. Most of the time when you see people like in a stall, you don't get a good angle like this.
Digital, but we're gonna see how it goes. Okay, so I said I was going to adjust it up and to the left. So we're going to do 2 clicks to the left or a click to the left.
So the 407K?
And then a click to the left again. See how that looks. Get them out in the chamber. And here we go. See how that hangs out. Not happy with that. But anyway, I wonder how this footage looks. I see that I'm still like, I don't know. I just don't like the very digital.
Push in?
I don't even know if that's the right term for what I'm trying to say, but it just looks very digitally. So as you can see, I'm really shooting down and to the right. So I really need to get my life together. I'm not shooting that far out and I'm not accurate. Like I guess the groupings are
I wonder if she can see her iron
together,
sights, 'cause
but
I
I
would've,
literally
in my
have
mind,
my red
switched to the
dot
iron
on the
sights, see if I can get a good
K5D2
group.
and I'm still shooting
there.
down and to the right. This could also be because I'm jerking my hand. Grip may not be what it needs to be. I know that I'm anticipating the shot, so that does have something to do with it as well. But for the most part, I feel like
I dropped it a little bit.
I should be a little more accurate than I am being right now. So I'm a little kind of upset about that. But the show must go on. We're going to continue. All right. So my first impressions of the Glock 43X MOS. It's not that I'm not impressed. It's just not so otherworldly different from my SIG P365X that I'm just like over the moon. But I like it. Like it's not bad. It's not drastically less snappy, which is what I was hoping for. But
all right, guys. We've been here almost 2 hours. What are we doing? What are we doing? So I will say, be prepared for, there's 2 errands, 2 armed atlases. Thursday, I need you guys to mark your calendar. Be there early. I'm going to be there late. I'm going to try to be there early. I think I'll be there early. To the stream that we're having with Philster. You said keep it going. I can't. I gotta go. I gotta get some timesheet stuff done. But please go check out Courtney Shoots and then send her a DM on Instagram and say, hurry up and do the show. Because she said she would do the show. So like, let's get it done. I'm sure you guys, we can make that a Christmas miracle, make it happen. You said I'm gonna be at work. Well, then tune in at work. Just put it on the background. You know, YouTube Premium. And then tap in every once in a while and say hello. Let me know you still love me, man. And make sure you're there because Philster's going to be there. Sierra Blade should be there. John Phil, that's not his last name. It's like John like Humferell or whatever. But I call him John Philster in my mind. Him and his wife are going to be there. She's amazing. And if you guys are big fans of Sierra Blade, make sure you tune in. What? Just add Denton. What? It's just Denton, Texas. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Anyways, But make sure you guys tune in because it's going to be a really fun show. And I'm going to see if we can't take audience questions. So if you have questions about why the filter has been made or where, you know, if you guys have thoughts or questions, or maybe if there's something that you guys don't like that filter does or doesn't do, or if you're wondering why you can't buy a filter floodlight with a TLR 7A, X, or HL, I've asked that question many times. I want you guys to ask him that and tell him to come out with it faster. Move faster. It's a priority because I want one. Anyways, so tuning in at work, important. Yeah. At the end of the day, guys, thank you so much for being here. You guys are awesome. I see you. At this point, you guys have shown me time and time again that it's important to tune in, important to do these shows. And for the little intro monologue things that I do, if there's a specific topic you guys want to see, if you want to see me put some thought into it, let me know. If there's maybe a specific guest, no company is off limits because I think we're getting Holosun to come on in a few weeks. They support a lot of what we do here when it comes to the optics. So if you guys have questions for Holosun, you can ask them. I know there's some controversial questions. We're going to try to keep those to a minimum because they're being nice and coming on. But if you guys ask, there's nothing I can do about that. So be sure to support in that way. And of course, I think a couple weeks ago, Black Powder Podcast big up, supported the channel by dropping 5 channel memberships. Next time, let it be somebody else. Don't make Black Powder do all the work. We appreciate him. We love what he's doing. And of course, we want you guys to go support his show because he's doing some cool stuff. And go hit up his DMs and ask him about Last Mag because we're waiting. I'm waiting. I'm excited. All right, guys. This has been fun. Armed Atlas, Gun Club Radio. Peace.